Hello! Welcome back to another Nerdly video. I am back to pumping out delicious Risk of Rain 2 modded character content. You know, several of you guys have asked for Paladin, and I'm gonna be honest, whenever I've tried to play Paladin, I just ran about just pressing mouse 1. It's sort of like that thing when you play a game that you really don't know how to play. So you just hold down one button and just hope you win. That's literally me every single time I play a fighting game. Paladin has that thing where there's like some kind of sub-menu type dealio going on, and I'm gonna tell you, my brain absolutely shuts down when I see that. So instead today I think I'll play a character that I've literally never played before. Meet Ravager. They're an agile melee bruiser that heals off slain foes to stay in the thick of it. So Ravager is both nimble and very strong, and this is an incredibly dangerous combination. What's really unique about Ravager is that they can just grab enemies and throw them around with incredible ease. It's honestly very impressive. Throw this guy off the edge! Ah! You know, I've covered a few characters at this point, but for real this time, Ravager is absolutely busted. He's basically a cross between Mercenary and Void Fiend. You'll see shortly how hard Ravager can just lay it down. Their loadout is pretty thick, so let's get started. Ravager has two passive abilities. Physical prowess. Ravager can jump off walls and enemies. Wall jumps can be charged for a mighty leap. It's kind of insane that a character has a passive ability to jump off walls. It's a little bit less impressive in practice, but it's a cool idea and can help with those maps with elevation. Ravager really can just go wherever he wants, whenever he wants, as often as he wants, and there's nothing you or any of the enemies can do to stop him. His alt ability is called Twisted Mutation. Jump in mid-air to charge up a forward blink once per jump. Landing melee hits refreshes this ability. Did you just hear what I said? Do I need to reread that last bit for you? Landing melee hits refreshes this ability. I mean, holy fucking shit, man. That's got to be one of the best abilities of any character in this game, and it's a fucking passive ability. I mean, bro, what in the actual fuck? Like, how is this fucking fair? A fucking passive ability. If you can time your hits correctly, you can basically just fly around the map. I mean, I can't do it. I'm shit at the game. But I'm sure someone who doesn't have the reaction time of an 88-year-old blind man could do it. Anyways, if this bullshit character wasn't strong enough, he's got a secondary passive called Bloodwell. Ravager stores up blood with his strikes, draining. When full, to heal you for 75% missing health and empower your skills temporarily. This is like the Void Fiend equivalent of how their corruption works. But listen, it doesn't stop there. There's a little bit more. He's got additional hidden passives. If you choose Twisted Mutation as a passive, you can also have a double jump. And finally, Ravager doesn't take any fall damage. You'll see this character is a little bit glitchy. Like, for example, when you try to smash enemies, sometimes you just fall through the map and you wind up taking a bunch of fall damage. So I imagine that was worked into the character as a necessity to make the character even playable. Dude, we haven't even started talking about his active skills. And so far, we have a way to heal ourselves for 75% of our health, and we have the most mobility known to mankind. Hack. Swing forward for 230% damage. Use while charging a wall jump to instead enter a hold stance. I'm gonna be real, I don't really know what this hold stance means, but it seems pretty out of place for this character. All Ravager wants to do is smash, not enter a hold stance. Next is Dismantle. Swing forward for 180% damage. Every third hit stuns and deals 390% damage. Ravager's primaries are like a combination of Mercenary's primary and secondary skills. My brother in Christ, we have 3 more skills to cover today. Cleave. Lunge forward and perform wide stunning slash for 500% damage. If you weren't already impressed by the ability to just go wherever he wants, whenever he wants, we've now added the ability to lunge, to thrust to our tool set. I'm telling you, you've got to be careful around Ravager. He's exceptionally efficient and effective. If you look up the definition of efficacy, first of all, it says Ravager, but then it says the power to produce an effect. And if there's any character in this game that produces an effect, it's Ravager, and he certainly does. Ravager has 2 utility skills to choose from. First is Coagulate. Instantly drain the blood well, healing yourself with the blood consumed. There's honestly nothing special about this one. It's again very similar to how the Void Fiend uses his corruption to heal. His next utility, Nullify, is just ridiculous. When I first read this in the character select, there was a very audible moment. Absorb incoming projectiles to charge up a devastating blast that deals up to 5,000% damage when fully charged. This ability is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in this game. For some reason, this instantly reminded me of that one thing that one Dragon Ball character could do. You know what I'm talking about? Absorbing the energy and getting stronger, that kind of thing. And when I went to go Google this, this is the first image that I saw. Yep, that's right. That's what's going on there. Good Lord, let me tell you, I'm terrible. I'm the way that I am. But anyways, in case you were wondering, it was Android 18 that could just absorb energy attacks and get stronger based off of them. That doesn't seem to be whatever is going on in this image here. The suck ability? Let's start sucking. Oh yeah. This is like a Dragon Ball type thing, isn't it? Oh my god! Oh my god, they're gone. So you just suck for, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds, and then... His special skills are where things get pretty aggressive. Brutalize. Lunge and grab nearby enemies, then smash them down for 1,000% damage. If this kills, consume them to restore 10% maximum health. In short, this is the grab and smash ability. Pummel. Lunge and punch, dealing 1,250% damage with a shockwave through them for the same damage. If this kills, consume them to restore 10% maximum health. Is it just me? Do you guys see what's written here? I mean, surely I can't be the only one that sees this. I mean, listen, shockwave through them? I mean, now on to the loadout. Of his passive choices, Twisted Mutation is far and above the best passive in Ravager's kit. As I mentioned earlier, it might be one of the best skills in the entire game. His primary is your personal preference. As a mercenary fan, I like to use Dismantle, as it sort of works like Merc's primary, but again, this is up to you. His utility skill is also up to you. If you find yourself needing a little bit extra healing, go with Coagulate. Otherwise, his alt utility Nullify is, as we discussed, absolutely disgusting. So on to the items. I'm gonna be real with you. Ravager really doesn't feel like he needs many items to succeed, but I'm going to try to go a little bit deeper than just saying, oh, get ATG and gas. Like, obviously the best items in the game are going to do you well. So what I found interesting is the combination of attack speed and Berserker's Pauldron. Basically, if your goal is to go full schmovement, attack speed helps with this, and with Pauldron further increasing your attack speed, if it procs, you enter this sort of attack speed loop in which you're able to just move all around the map very easily. You can push this further by using Gorag's Opus as the equipment, and what's interesting is you'll find yourself, when you fight Vagrants, you can just perpetually stay in air and keep hitting them over and over and over again. You can really just bust them up. Dude, Ravager's Bloodlust is insatiable. He's a menace. But listen, try him out. Let me know what you think of him, and I'll see you in the next one.